I'm getting asked more and more questions about consciousness, the shifts, the awakening, and what does it all mean to me? You're no longer just having the experience. You're an observer outside of that experience. You see yourself, you see the actions, you've become more aware that you're aware. How do I say it? The idea of a tesseract is a square within a square. Third dimension is the square within the square. We're not aware that there's a reality, not just a reality of consciousness, but what many are saying is a physical reality or other physical realities outside of this reality that is connected to this reality. And that is fourth dimension. Our vibrations change. Since every human being has an energy field, we all emit energy, we've established that. That's scientifically proven, the human energy field. Now what's also scientifically proven is that we all have a vibrational frequency. In terms of looking at things in vibrational frequency, our perception of before changes dramatically and radically, because now you start to see and experience things that were once outside of your perceptual range. Heightened sensitivities, sensitivity to light, sensitivity to loud noise, an increase in sensitivity to anything. It could be people, it could be things you felt drawn to before you no longer feel. You have an aversion now to certain people, to certain places, to things. Your diet may have to change. That once before, you didn't even question. It was out of sight, out of mind. But now, everything is changing. Your whole life is changing. You're starting to question everything. And this is a global related topic. And the majority of what exists is outside of our perceptual range. The majority of what exists is something that you may be able to experience in meditation. Your own experience is your personal truth. What I believe is happening is that we are in some type of holding position until enough of the people on the planet awaken to outside of everything we've adopted that we are not, and we embrace a new way of experiencing and looking at the world. We embrace a new way of living for the life process, for the greater good. We're no longer destroying, we're no longer killing, we're no longer taking more than we give. We're living in balance and harmony. And in doing so, I believe, by focusing on the positive, by doing things to increase your vibration, just Google how to increase my vibration. There's 1,000 videos plus out there on it. We focus on the positive, things that resonate. That doesn't mean we become oblivious. That doesn't mean we shouldn't be informed, and that doesn't mean that we walk around with grins all over our face pretending to be happy. We expand our consciousness by focusing on the positive and what empowers us and our self-worth, rather than what inhibits us by saying I cannot and I doubt. Do you know every time you say I can't or I doubt or I don't think, you change your energy field. You change your actual vibrational frequency to some degree, whether it's incremental or huge. When you say I love that person and you feel it, you resonate that. If you look at the Tibetan culture, for instance, they have been proven, they have been confirmed scientifically through actual testing different points throughout the brain, that they are actually some of the highest people on earth relative to their vibrational frequency. They have some of the highest vibrational frequency on the planet. So I think we can look at people who live a life that is not so absorbed in materialism and commercialism and fluff and all these things that distract us from who we are as self-empowered spiritual beings where anything is possible. I believe that there is going to be a significant shift in consciousness. It's already began. People are already experiencing it. More and more people are coming out and saying, hey, I'm seeing this, I'm noticing that, I have these sensitivities, I'm seeing beings among us. When I was, a kid, we didn't have the statistics of Crohn's and celiac and lupus and all the stuff that people are going through right now. Say our environment, our food has been modified. We should be eating more an alkalized diet rather than an acidic diet. Plant-based, more stuff that gives us nutrition. I'm not saying you have to go 100% vegan, but be mindful. Everything we put in our body, yes, what we expose our mind to, it goes into our subconscious. It does influence our vibrational frequency. The Earth has a vibrational frequency, and you can do your own research on this too. The Earth's vibrational frequency is changing. The Earth's axis currently has shifted. There is a lot of information about the magnetics, the poles. information about the fossilized records, ice that show significant change every several thousands of years. It's not just these things, though, that are on the internet that could simply be, hey, there's always change, there's always climate change, things are always changing. Whether humans are here or not, there's always going to be change. So what's all the hooply-dooply and, it's not all about your hippy-dippy stuff. I really believe that the connection between higher science and higher awareness is consciousness. That is the link. When we start to acknowledge the non-physical, when we start to acknowledge and test more what we can test, but what we need to acknowledge more by saying, hey, believe it. Believe that you are a spiritual being having a human experience. You may not believe it, that's fine. But there is matter all around us that we cannot see. Dark matter, vibrational matter, photons, particles that are literally influencing not just man-made particles, but influencing the entire cosmos all around us. We are universal. We are universal. We are all energy, and planets have been formed from other planets, and energy breaks apart and comes back together. So I do believe that we're reaching a pinnacle of higher truth, higher knowledge, higher consciousness. And as more people speak up, post your videos, post your thoughts, post your experiences. Your experience may be personal to you, but what many are feeling with the deep connection, the connection to all, the deep, internal love and divine connection to everyone, the selflessness, I do believe that that directly relates to the shift from the selfish to the selfless, to whatever will occur with the people who limit their consciousness and are against it and refuse to accept the flow of energy that has been coming in, the alterations in our field, the field around the planet that they're doing now tests with using hypersensitive equipment. There's a documentary that actually explores one of these currently on Netflix in 2016. Just type in Nova, it's at the edge of space. It shows actually some of the most beautiful ethereal photos of angel-like beings that appear during something called vertical lightning. All of this unique information, but I believe that by us meditating, by us going inside ourselves, increasing our vibration, we have more perspective and understanding in what is happening to us and how to facilitate that awareness among ourselves so that our ride is less bumpy, and among many of our friends and the people we care about too in these times that are changing. And we'll all be here and we'll see what happens. I don't know for certain, but I'm open and I'm fascinated by all this, and I've experienced and now have seen things consciously. Don't do any drugs. I don't do any controlled or non-controlled substances. I eat a healthy, whole balance, mainly organic diet. And now I am starting to see things that have convinced me that yes, maybe it's time to start saying that maybe I'm just seeing things that have always existed. But I really believe, the time is now. The time is now to wake up and to awaken